Hey everybody, how are we doing? Happy Wednesday. Hope you all have had a wonderful week so far. Sorry, I'm fixing my wire here. Yeah, it got all screwed up. It's been a week. I'm sorry I missed Monday. Had some stuff happen over the weekend that I had to just take a break and take it easy. But it's good to see you all. Kat, how are you? Good to see you. Barter, enjoy your supper. Kelsey, hello. Hey everybody. We're back. We are working on my favorite portfolio piece, which I did the calculations today, and I've spent 33 hours working on this guy. 33 hours. In fact, I'm just going to change now. And start recording. Oh, why? There we go. 33 hours on this bad boy. You guys have been following on like social media and stuff. There's been a lot of updates, and I've been posting all sorts of shit and going crazy. So yeah, we got some work to do. We're gonna work a lot on the rump of the ship today because the rump is looking pretty barren. Mainly, I think what I'm gonna do is build like a door, because currently the ship has no way to get into it. This is technically a separate piece, but it doesn't open like you would think it would. It might. I don't really know. From this concept art, a little hard to tell. But my vision says that there's something back here. So I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna be imaginative today. We're gonna do that. If we have some time, we're gonna delete this shit and remake it, because I can't. I just, like, if I insert an edge loop here, it does a stupid thing. Hold on. Insert edge loop. Why is that repeating? Has this song been repeating the entire time? Oh, shit, it has. Ooh. Well, I'll pause it anyway, because we don't need music at this point. So, when I do this, that's fine, right? That's good. That's good. That's good. Did I fix this? I might have fixed this already. Oh, shit. I might be stupid. I think I already fixed this. Maybe we won't work on that today, because I think I must have fixed that, and I don't remember doing it. When you've worked on something like this for 33 hours, you tend to forget what you've done. So that's cool. I don't remember fixing that. What the This used to, like, loop all over the place. I don't remember fixing that. That's actually going to bother me. All right, but anyway, we're working on the tuchus. We're working on the rump. Mainly this area right here. So what I'm going to do, real quick, I'm going to find some good music, because that's what we need. We need some good music today. Some good chill vibes today. Yeah, chill DMCA for, you know what? Hold on. Panda Beats. Let's try Panda Beats. They have good music. I'm not subscribed to them? Well, shit, let me fix that. What do we have for playlists? Panda Beats, Trick or Treat, Lo-Fi, 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 Lo-Fi. Why is it all Lo-Fi? Ooh, Heroes Epic Battle Music. One video. Damn it. Oh, it's like an hour long. Perfect. Okay. All right. I can dig some epic music. Cat making dinner. That's why I was a little late, is because I was also making dinner, which is sitting right next to me and needs to be consumed as well. So I get that. What you making for dinner? I'm gonna mirror this real quick here. Mesh, mirror. And I think those settings are all fine. JK, they were not fine. Why are they not fine? Object, apply. Scripts, smell, no object matches. Me? What do you mean? Modify, edit, delete by type. History. Let's try this again. What the Why? Why are you not working? That would be the Z-axis, technically. Apply? What do you mean? What does that mean? No object matches name. Poly surface 45. Is that what this is called? Let's rename it then. Ship body. Get my music started here. I'm recording. We're all good. Apply. No, what the hell? New name contains invalid characters. What? I've never had this issue before. What is... Ooh. Okay. Bro. Why is this not working? Mel line, no object. What? Warning, select an object that allows... What the hell? I don't know what's happening here. Okay. What if I do this? What if I move that and then I apply it there? Oh, look, it works. Well, kind of. Okay. So the question is then, how do I want to fix that? We're gonna... Okay. We're gonna move this up. We're gonna delete that. And we're gonna zero that out. I don't know why it did that, but I don't know. Biscuits and gravy. I'm kind of in a comfort mood today. Ah, that sounds awesome. I'm a big fan of biscuits and gravy. Not gonna lie. That ain't right. That's right, just not. It's funny because, like, I used to think it was a terrible, like, combination of meal, like, foods. Until I worked at a hospital, and they had biscuits and gravy one morning for breakfast, and I was like, you know what, screw it, I'll try it. And I tried it, and I loved it. And I'm realizing that this is not even. I think that's right. Nope. Okay, hold on. That's apparently right, and it matches with everything but that fan. Did I move that fan? I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. Okay. Alright, cool. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to delete all of that junk. Make sure I don't have anything else selected here. I don't think I ever duplicated that fan over, so that's okay. So I'll do that real quick. Edit group real quick, Control D, -1, move it into place, modify and center pivot. Just make sure that fits nicely. And it do. Okay, there we go. Beautiful. Cool. So we're looking good here. We're looking good here. I use a sage breakfast sausage to give it a little more flavor and may go a little overboard with the meat. I mean, the meat's the best part. I mean, the gravy's the best part, but, like, meat's good, too. I'm having chicken and rice. Because I'm trying to be healthy. Even though my rice came from a bag, it's still better than eating McDonald's. Which might be debatable or not, but it's delicious. So, alright. So we got this tuchus here. This underbelly. The little ship belly. First off, what I want to do is kind of straighten out the underbelly, because I don't want this funkiness going on here. So what I'm gonna do is just do that, because it was looking a little prego, which I don't want. I do want it to kind of like sharpen up here. But the issue here that I'm seeing, I just want it, there we go, that's better. Okay, see, that's much better. Now it doesn't look as weird. It's still like, I do want to fix that. So, Vertex, what's up, Al? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you, man. How's your week been so far? I'm just gonna flatten all of these. I don't think it matters. It doesn't. In fact, this music is perfect right now. I'm thrilled. All right, cool. So that's much better. That looks a little bit more ship-like and less stupid. So what we're going to do is we're going to select all these faces here. And we're going to build this open. We're not going to build it closed because I want to get those details in there, and then I will close it when I want to do any like animations with it. If I even do animations with it, this might just be like a static thing. Have no fear, the dumbass is here. Welcome in. How are you? That's a good way to enter. That looks like shit. Hold on. Yeah. See, the problem here... I'll fix it. It's okay. Okay, I didn't realize Panda Beats had good epic music, and now I'm kind of happy. Chris, you're my music guy, too. If you have any other, like, epic music that's DMCA free, send it my way. I think we're gonna just do this. Wop, 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 wop. I hate that I can't, like... Actually, there was a way. Hold on. Was it Alt? Shift? Nope. Whoa, that's fun. Okay, there was a way. I don't remember what it was. Oh, it was tab. It's strange. Tab, I figured out, paints the faces on, which is really cool and super useful. Yes, paint the selection. Paint it. Because sometimes clicking individual faces is a pain in the ass, and I just selected something I didn't want. And somehow changed to edges. What did I hit? You know, I've been watching now since we've been. Oh! Wait a minute. What the? Oh yeah, the model's upside down. Oh. Okay, let's pull that up. Okay, we got everything. What type of music? Like what's playing? Can you even hear what's playing? Yeah, you can. Kind of. Sort of. This chicken breast is one of those nasty chewy ones, and I'm not a fan. Rice is good though. All right. Ship space. Interesting. Spaceship. Cajoling lace. Yes. Spaceship. How are you doing? All right. So I'm gonna extract this guy here. If I can always remember. I want to duplicate it? No, I'll extract it. Where'd it go? There it is. I'm going to just turn that off. I'm going to pull the belly off this guy, and then I'm going to leave it there, actually. And I'm just going to duplicate it, so I'm working with a copy of it, because I don't want to damage it, just in case I decide to go back. Cajoling face, if I'm saying that right. How are you doing? Who? I thought you were actually saying like Ship Space was for music. I'm like, oh, that's a cool name for a music company. Alright, so I'm thinking that's going to be our door, which will be super fun. So what we're going to do is we're going to save this because it's been a minute. Lace. Alright, I will call you Lace. I'm doing okay. I hope you're doing... I hope everything's okay. But I'm happy to see you here. If you don't mind me asking, because I don't recall, how'd you find me? I'm going to extract this as well. And then I'm going to flatten it. Modify. Center the pivot. Excuse me. Oh. This technique for flattening things has changed. What in the hell did I just do? Oh, I had them both selected. Oops. Okay, that's fine. I'll do all that work again. That was so much work. Wow, that's acting very strange. Okay, so that should be pretty flat, I'm thinking. Okay, so let's rotate that. I'm actually going to turn on grid snap real quick. Is that grid snap? I always get confused as to which one of these is actually grid snap. Snap to point, snap to projected center, snap to curves, snap to grids. And yet you don't snap. Thank you, Maya. It's fine. Oh, it's flat enough, I guess. Why does he say ouch? Did you duck? And said ouch. Wait, what? Okay. Hey, so a guy walked in a bar. That's a good question. A bar? Let's see. I hit the wrong comment. How are you? Wait a minute. And said ouch. Thank you for the joke, Kelsey. I was waiting on the beginning and then I got busy and forgot to join back in. Oh, I got you. I snap when I've been too far? You should probably not do that. Don't be snapping. Don't be snapping. Alright, so we're gonna extract this guy. Actually, we're just gonna... Yeah, we're gonna do this. Oh, so now it snaps. It just doesn't want to snap on rotate. I see what's happening there. I think we're gonna give that guy a little bit of, like, edge depth for the sense of it all. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. And then if we think about this, this will be like a ramp you walk down, so there's a thing to... There's going to be like a little dip, a little divot, so we'll just do an offset there. Let's see. Booting. Booting. Hello. Whose message? Huh. Okay. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to do an offset edge loop tool. We're going to drag this out here. You've been following me for 2 years, 7 months, and 28 days. That's insane. God, this chicken's terrible. But I need the protein. All right. There's a couple of things actually I wanted to talk about today. Pretty cool. 1 year, 11 months, and 15 days. Thank you for following me for so long. I do appreciate that. That's awesome. Or you were following for the Techmess days too. So we hit a couple crazy milestones. So let's see here. I had the wrong chat pulled up. There we go. It's fixed. We hit over before the weekend started. We hit 400 on Instagram, which was super cool. And then on Sunday, we hit 500 on Instagram. As of right now, by the end of this week, we're probably going to hit 600 on Instagram. So Instagram's exploding. If you guys don't follow me there, please do, because we're growing. It's pretty cool. TikTok is about to hit 300, which I have been trying to grow that stupid thing for years, and it's only now doing it. And YouTube just hit 900. We're at 900. That's so crazy to me. Why'd you say holy crap? Ah, thank you for the socials. Doing better, thanks for asking, Kat. How are you? That's true, Kelsey. I hope everything's going really well. Sorry, my weekend kind of like distorted my reality for a little bit. So I kind of forgot what was going on with everybody. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, it's kind of been weird. Like, don't get me wrong, I love it. However, the new stuff that's coming with it is crazy. Like, I've been getting a lot of like private messages and just engagement on the platforms that I never had before, so I'm super excited about that. It's really cool. If you guys are trying to learn 3D modeling, I had Instagram vote this week. Kelsey, I know, voted in it. That we are making a desk fan. And I can show you guys, actually, the desk fan. Let's see here. So I'm going to be doing a tutorial series for getting into modeling in 3D. It should vaguely pass through both. Where the hell's the picture? Oh, there it is. It should vaguely pass through like all software if you're interested in learning it in like Blender or something like that. So let's see here. Cryptic, social media, fan. The Copper Fan 1. So we're modeling this. So this is going to be our new beginner tutorial. I figured it's a pretty basic object to start with, so I think it'll be pretty cool. The only thing that I can comfortably say I don't really know how to do, which I will figure out before I do it, are these little screws. So that's going to be interesting. But other than that, I'm really excited to start this. Yeah, it's pretty basic. It's only going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 9 pieces. Yeah, about 9 pieces. The body's going to be interesting, but I know how I'm going to do that, so it's going to be fun. Be a good way to learn. Don't forget as little guys when you make... I'm not forgetting anybody. Nobody's getting forgotten. Man, I hope things are smoothing out for you. They're better for me, so that's good. It's just, it's an ongoing thing. So it'll be an issue for a while, I think, unfortunately, but I'm doing okay. That's why I decided to stream tonight. That and there's stuff to do, guys. We got models to make. Okay, so we're gonna pull that in. So I'm trying to think what I'd like to do to this. Those things tend to be, but I'm glad you're doing okay. Yeah, I'm doing better. Chronic fatigue is kicking your ass? I'm sorry, Cat. That sucks. I hope that gets better. Let me see. I'm thinking like Osprey ramp. Let's see if I can find a picture of this. Like an up-close picture. So this is what I'm looking at here. Something like this. Oh, good. It's on the Department of Defense. I promise I'm not stealing anything that I'm not supposed to. It's just a really good picture of this. So, like, this is the kind of, like, detail I'm looking here. But I need to make it, like, sci-fi-y. Let me do, like, spaceship ramp. The sad thing is I truly had no idea what I was doing before I got online today. So, I didn't plan to download any, like, reference. Oh, here we go. That's nice. Okay, so I think I'm just overthinking it, which is a constant issue for me with this stuff. So what I'm gonna do, I want to think about this. Because what I'd like to do is, like, slanted... I'll think about it. Nope. Is this gonna let me scale this properly? Absolutely not. It kind of did, but also it didn't. I don't know if that's what I want to do. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. But what I want to do here is we're going to do mesh tools, insert edge loop. We're going to cut that in half. We're going to cut this in half. So we got all this. We're just going to extract these real quick. And then this is going to be a little interesting because I'm just going to slightly pull those out. And we're going to use my least favorite tool ever, but well, a lot of people love using it, is the bevel tool. Don't get me wrong, it does a good job at what it does, but it seems like, it feels like I'm cheating in a way, and I don't know why. But that's okay. Alright, is that everything? That's everything. Alright, so we're going to bevel. We're going to pull that in a little bit. There we go. So we get that nice, like, stepped walkway. Let me zoom in on this concept art here. Okay. So I think that's good. I want to do like lighting though. And then obviously I need some sort of like connection point for like pistons or something. And then obviously I also need like, all right, so let's do this. We're gonna, how do I want to do this? I don't plan on building an interior for this. So I'm just gonna do this number. And we'll just call it good. Oh, now you want to do 1 or 0 divisions? So I found something fun today. I was so excited when this happened. And I'm totally being, like, sarcastic here. I turned on my PC this morning. I had this little notice on all of my folders. They all had X's on them. And it was Microsoft OneDrive telling me that it ran out of space. I don't use OneDrive. Apparently it just set itself up. And so when I went to delete OneDrive to, like, you know, clear it out and just make everything holy again, it deleted my Maya folder. So that's cool. I had to start a lot of, like, settings and crap over, which I was not super happy about. Why is it doing... Oh, I see. Do I want to keep it that way? Yeah, I kind of do. It'll be okay. I have to create some sort of lip to, like, close that off. But that's fine. All right, so we've got our little door here. And obviously, in reality, this would, like, drop lower, but right now I'm modeling it flat, so I don't have to deal with that. All right, so what I want some sort of, like, lighting. So first things first, what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull these out. Oh. Damn it. Please just let me rotate this. Oh, you're gonna make me do it. Damn it. It's easier just to do it this way. Alright. Oh, that's all funky. This is why I was trying to model flat, but it's apparently just not gonna work with me. I don't know why that's so funky. Okay, so we have that looking nice and horrible. I'm just gonna pull that in and then pull this in to try to, like, mitigate the damage that I'm seeing here. What is going on here? Something. Oh. What are you? And why are you? What happened there? Oh, that's just a face? I don't know what that's for. I don't know why it's there, but it's fine. Alright, so mesh tools. Let's shore these up real quick. Why are all of these... Oh, because I wrote... Oh, it kept it. That's interesting. Yeah, it kept the rotation. That's weird. It wasn't doing that before, but now it's doing it, so that's awesome. Alright, so I'm going to extrude this up a little bit. We're going to flatten it. And then I'm gonna do mesh tools, insert edge loop. The cool thing is this is a separate piece, so I don't have to deal with making sure it matches with something. I hear you, Tiki. Okay. So we're gonna do something like that, I'm thinking. Whoa. This is, this shape is weird. But it's okay, I'll deal with it. Okay. So I'm thinking that's where the little drop-down piston thing is going to connect. And what I'm going to do is pull this in, create like a little vent that will fill with junk. Yeah, Cat, I hope you start feeling better soon. That sucks. But we're all here for you if you need us. Okay. I have a feeling if I rotate that, it's going to clip. And I'm going to have to fix that. So that's cool. Let's see. What I want to do. Just add a little bit of detail here. Yep, just a little detail. I like that. Okay. I need a piston. So I did this thing I'm super happy about. Save scene. File, import. I started creating what I'm calling advanced primitives. Is that something that exists? Probably. However, to me, it makes a lot more sense to do something like this. So I just created myself some little advanced pieces that I can just... Where is it? Oh, there it is. Whoa. Modify. Center pivot. So I created these because they're just basic. And I can just drag them in. And I can make parts real quick. So let me import the other one too. I should probably just put this together as one object. I selected the wrong file, didn't I? I did. Modify. Center pivot. And I'm going to be using this a lot. So actually, I think... Wait, what? Oh, I saved over the... Damn it. Damn it. No. Did I? I need the head. Head. Oh, I just clicked on the wrong one. Maya. Okay. Okay, I don't know why I saved it that way. Modify, center pivot. So, this is a model I made previously, while I was actually, like, putting this whole thing together. And it's in a basic form, but I can import it and then I can work with it. I do know it has a problem, though, and that's right here. I think it's this one? No, it's these two. So that one's fixed. I do need to go through and actually fix these in my file folder, but otherwise, it works pretty solid. Except for whatever reason that's not connecting. Vertex. Why is that doing that? Focus on that. That one shouldn't be. Oh. Whoa. Edge. Oh, shit. Okay. Edit. Mesh. Delete edge vertex. Doesn't want to do it. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna delete those faces. Delete that random ass face. Vertex. Edge. Delete that. Why do I feel like this has created just more work for me? Is it because it's attached to these? Delete. Oh, wow. How did that happen? It is, it's a face. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, shoot, I see what happened. Wow. So yeah, I created these to save myself time, and clearly they're doing exactly the opposite. Okay, that should be fixed now. Weird. Vertex 3 G. I missed one. Wait a minute. How is that possible? 3? What in the actual hell is happening here? It's like it double duplicated? Oh, wow. Crap. That's not good. Shoot. I hope that's not the same on my other models, but I don't think it is. I'm just gonna delete this real quick. And then I'm gonna re-export it so it's saved and fixed the way it should be. It's also really funny how, like, when you're working in 3D, how, like, this weird stuff just pops up all the time. Like, you didn't make that, but it's there anyway for no reason. And you'll have, like, your best intentions to not have it happen. It's still going to happen. Alright, deselect those. Deselect those. We're gonna bridge. What? Why? That's fine. I'm gonna merge. And of course that doesn't want to work. I was all excited because I'm like, this is going to save me so much fucking time. It did not. Roy! Thank you, buddy. How long has that been? 17 months. Damn. How you doing, man? Oh, here come the bits. It's good to see you, Roy. Thank you for the biddies. It's not a party unless Roy's in here dropping the bit of doom, which is transferred to so many other people. It's hilarious at this point. How are you doing, man? It's good to see you. All right. Oh, look, there's another issue. Dude, what the hell? I don't understand. Anything else? Is there anything else? My God. Sharky! Sharky, how are you? How's your shark fin going? Thank you for the biddies. You guys don't have to do that. Thank you so much. I appreciate it ever so greatly. This is what I mean when I said it's transferred to everybody. Sharky does it, Owl does it, Chris does it, I do it. I'm not innocent here. Sharky, thank you so much for the bits, buddy. Okay, so I see the problem here. I was showing people how I was going to save so much time, and then I realized that I'm not saving any time because I made this incredibly wrong. Hi, Shark. I'm okay. Stayed home from college. Ooh, damn. I'm sorry. How was the first night of college, though? How'd it go? Did you enjoy it? Plus, no sleep. The cult of the bit of doom grows. Yes. Roy, did you see the Helldiver leak? I'm sorry you didn't get any sleep, Sharky. That sucks. I know the feeling right now, though. I have not been sleeping good. It was okay. It took an hour and actually got enrolled. Only for them to not properly get you situated? Well, that's awesome. Dude, there's all these extra faces. I just created these. I don't understand. What the fucking fuck? Wow, this is frustrating. I don't know why this is like this. Jesus. Sharky, thank you for the bits. Yeah, I did. The giant ass walker? That's gonna be nuts. Okay. Well, that was a nice waste of time. And there's still another face? What the f— What is this thing doing? What is Maya doing? I just rebuilt that. I don't understand how that's even possible. What? Okay. Okay. I don't even know at this point. I'm just gonna delete these one more time and bridge it. I don't know what to do. So much for saving time on this, my god. I'm worried that me deleting, or, well, let me rephrase that. I'm worried that OneDrive deleting my documents folder might have screwed something up. And chalk it up to it literally duplicated this entire thing. I don't... How is that possible? I didn't do it there. It's just with this one. I don't understand. What about the ones over here? Alright, so this is all the stuff I added. Offline? What the... Maya's acting really weird. Object mode. Focus. Please, for the love of God. Tell me if I delete a face. Okay, that's fine. So it's fine, it's just this piece. I'm just gonna select all faces, and no, that's not gonna work, that's stupid. Thank you for the bits, Roy and Sharky, I appreciate it, guys. Take a chicken and rice break. Okay. In theory, that's clean. It is a clean mesh now. Okay. So that's good. For some reason, this was like duplicating all of its faces. Okay. Okay. That is a thing that Maya does that I will never understand on how it pulls something like that off. It's honestly super special that it's able to do that because I had no idea it was doing that. So the question is if I create... Okay, so now we're good. Or are we? What the hell? Oh, I didn't do these. Those are the new faces. Whoa! Thank you for the biddies. Whoa. I love how, like, I made sure it was clear, and they're still there. Well, Sharky, I hope you start feeling better, man. I've never had a migraine, but I'm sure they're terrible. Okay. That looks clean to me. Looks like it's not going to present me with any issues. We're going to extrude this inwards. I'm going to focus on it. I'm going to delete it just in case. Just in case it wants to fuck with me. Okay, it's good. Alright. We're fine now. Okay. We're going to connect all these guys. Now we can actually get started on what I wanted to do. Oh my god, what just happened? I blame OneDrive for all of my issues tonight. Microsoft can burn in hell. Okay. Look at that. We have one freaking piece now. Okay. File. Export selection. I'm going to save this real quick because I need this. Now, in the future, that will save me time. Okay. So we're going to move this piston down here. And we're going to have to adjust it a little bit because this is going to be a big boy. Alright, so... we'll rotate slightly. We'll keep that probably right about there. And then this guy needs to be kind of centered. We'll leave that right about there. I'm going to pull it down a bit. Okay. It needs to be like kind of midpoint. Cool. Alright, so there we go. We have a piston that only took me way longer than it was supposed to. Give me the rice. Okay. Alright, so we got our partial door. Thank you for the biddy! Roy, what are you up to tonight, buddy? Trying to think of how I want to do this. I'm going to pull in a cylinder. And hope it doesn't duplicate itself like 30 times. I'm like worried now because like, did this do the same thing? No, it didn't. Okay. Alright, maybe it was just a fluke. Well, save scene. Alright. Modify. Freeze transformations. We're going to rotate this guy 90. Relaxing tonight, I need it. Yeah, I bet. You had a pour today, right? Okay. So my vision for this is pretty simple. Show, isolate, view selected here. Let me do this real quick though, because I'm gonna pre-turn this into quads just so I don't have to deal with it later. There's a lot of stuff I know I'm gonna have to do later for all of the cylinders that I added to this stupid thing without actually changing them. We're gonna bridge that once with one division. I need to save some some quadded cylinders, I think. That way I can just make this easier on myself. That should be good. I was watching Starship Troopers last night. I finished Starship Troopers 1 and 2 last night. And I forgot, A, how campy those movies were, but how fun they were, too. And I'll say it again, if you guys aren't watching Shogun on Hulu, amazing. It's fantastic. Okay. I can legitimately say that's one of the worst pieces of chicken breast I've had in a long time. It's like biting a tire in some places. Alright. Pull that in. Just creating kind of a cool little shape that'll just sit over here and act as like a designed guide. Mesh tools, insert edge loop tool. Boom. I'm so happy today is Wednesday that I get to work on this because I literally just ran out of like short form content. I had to like make some stuff today that was questionable at best. But I do want to thank everyone who voted in the Instagram poll. That was a lot of fun. I'm going to do that again in the future for something else. I think it went over super well. Better than I had expected anyway. Because last time I did a poll before I actually like grew a little bit, I didn't get shit. So I'm excited that I have the opportunity now to actually like get community input. And I'll find ways to do it in the Discord as well. Because if you guys didn't notice, the Discord changed a little bit. Not a whole lot, but enough. Alright, so that's good. These guys really want out. Okay. Alright, let me let the... What is that? Okay. Let me just make sure. Stresses me out now when it's that. Let me let the birds out real quick. Oh, come on, guys. What's so funny? Those guys are so entitled now. They're just like, why are we in our cage? Okay. So we've got that. It's just kind of like... Right, Tiki. Bugger. Alright, mesh tools. Hold on. Let's do this. Mesh tools, insert edge loop. I'm gonna try to create like a... I can't even tell which way that's going. Oh, I see. Yeah, because it's, I Okay. So I'm gonna just kind of cheat this a little bit. Mesh tools. So I'm adding some supporting loops here and down here because this is gonna torque the geometry when I do this. So if I go edit mesh, circularize. Roy says hi, Twitch is being twitchy. Twitch is always twitchy. Yeah, that looks not fantastic. Not gonna lie. Also, totally not flat. Prefer that not look like absolute garbage, but it's kind of looking like absolute garbage. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go bump. There we go. Select that whole face. R. D. I try to get that as relative to that like curve as possible. Didn't do too bad. It just looks not flat, but it is flat, I promise you. Alright. You selected. I will gladly move that. But I'm going to end up remaking a lot of this because I kind of just despise it. Okay. That way there's just a little bit of like an insert piece and it actually looks okay. So the question now becomes, how do I make this look not so poopy? I can like, see that's actually fine. I can just pull that. It sounds like a song from Harry Potter. Okay. Okay. That's a little bit better. I'm accepting of that. Okay. All in all, from a distance, you're not really going to notice much of an issue, but I'll notice it when I'm working on it, and I'll hate it, so it's got to look pretty. Okay. Isolate view selected. You're going to move. You're done. Center it. I think that's centered. Oh no, not at all. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna move that up. Get that adjusted so it looks right. Maybe scale it a little bit. It's a little bit too chonky. Okay. That's better. And it's honestly okay if that sits a little weird. I don't... no, it's okay. 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 I'll accept that. And we'll center this guy. Cool. There we go. That was a lot of work for that, but it's worth it. So, show, isolate, view select. Nope. Show, isolate, view selected. We're going to select these guys. That's not what I wanted. Fine. Okay. Mesh tools, insert edge loop tool. We're gonna just kind of add some detail rings here. Pull that guy out. Pull it out one more time. Drop it. Create a little bit of a bevel there. Same thing here, except we're not doing the little bevel thing. And then... cool with that. I think what I do want to do, though, is I want to add... insert edge loop tool. We're going to add like a box here. And then we're going to do like a little pipe. That's incredibly not flat. Oh, yeah. Working in this weird angle is killing me. Okay. All right. Sweet. Mesh tools, insert edge loop tool. Gonna do that. We're gonna do boom. We're gonna do boom, and we're gonna do boom. We're gonna add one more. Oh, no, one more supporting edge right there, and right there. And then what we're gonna do is scale that in. Mesh tools, edit mesh. We're going to circularize it. Look at that, so beautiful. And then we're gonna extrude that. Pull that in, and then we'll just bloop back in there. Okay, cool. So that's neat. We got that going. Let's see. Okay. And so what that's going to do is that's going to lead to a little reservoir tank, which we'll model here in a minute. But I like that. Mesh tools, insert. We're going to try to get this as sharp looking as possible without affecting the cylindrical geometry, which is going to be a pain in the ass and probably not work the way I want it to, but see what happens. Anybody watching anything good recently? TV or movie? What's that gonna look like? Oh, that's fine. I'm actually okay with that. All right. Pull that in, pull that in, pull that up. You? Well, I mean, I'm interesting, but I mean like TV. The good entertainment, okay? The good stuff. Not just me drawing a bunch of lines and shit. I'm glad you think I'm entertaining, though. Or at least interesting. I should correct myself there. I might be interesting. Alright, that's cool. Cool, so that's good. Not going to worry too much about detailing the circle portion on the bottom of this because we don't need to worry about it. Just need to support it. Give it all that love and support with a few extra edge loops. Watching the team takes up most of my weeknights. I get that. Well, if you're looking for something to watch, Shogun's pretty good. If you like subtitles. I personally hate reading subtitles, but I'm making an exception for Shogun. Alright, so that's fine. Cool with that. Let's build this little excess gas tank. Where is it? Where did my thing go? What the hell? Did I not create one? Oh, I didn't create one. Okay. And The Last Airbender. I liked The Last Airbender. I know a couple people didn't, but I enjoyed it. Oh, I should save that little cylinder. Wait, did I? No, I didn't. I understand that Maya wants to do like basic primitives like this, but I really do wish they would quad them out instead, since that's kind of the standard anyway. Otherwise you get this stupid pinching. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I'll pull that in. Okay. Okay, I think that's what I want. Bridget. You bastard, why didn't you do it to all of them? Oh. Bet you know why. Hold on. Yeah, that's why. I changed it. Okay. That's fine. You can just do this. Yeah. That way they're all the same. I want you to know Discord told me you were just... Really? I don't know why it's doing that. That's weird. Alright, whatever. Oh no! Shit! That's weird that it's taking so long to notify people. But then again, I'm not surprised it's Discord. They don't care about us. What the hell, man? I'm having so many weird little problems tonight. Like that, which I didn't ask for. Marge. Oh, for God's sake. Okay. Now that that shit's done. Okay. I'm gonna make this tank. Let's go... Why is everything on the bottom? That's our little spare gas cylinder overflow. I don't know what they're called normally. Anybody who works on cars and stuff like that normally would know what they are. I just know they look neat when I model them. Mesh tools, insert absolute tool. This is going to be kind of a fun little circular eyes because I actually have more geometry to work with here. Cool. Oh. Pull that in. Cool. I spaced out. What about cars? On pistons, what is this little extra overflow tank for? Because you know how some shocks, like piston shocks, have like an overflow tank? I don't know what it's for. Like, I know it's for, well, I know what it's for. I know it's for like excess hydraulic fluid. But I don't know what it's called. Is it just called like a basin? Ooh. That may have been the wrong way to go about doing that. Guess we'll find out. Okay, so there's that. That looks okay. I'm not super worried about it being like perfect. Okay, so there's that. Needs to be a tad bit lower because I got to put the rings that support that on there. And it's got to kind of... does it need to hang out? I don't really know. I don't really know. What I want to do is go up here now. I'm going to make a little bracket. We're going to two. Oh, nope, that's 3. So, mesh tools. Oh, no. Mesh tools. Insert absolute tool. Just going to be a little haphazard with this because I don't really care. Literally called the shock reservoir. It helps relieve pressure, so it is. Oh, they say okay, so it's a reservoir. All right, I was kind of right. I know my way around cars, but I also don't like work on them for a living, so I'm not going to pretend I know what I'm talking about. So thank you, Kat. I also think this needs to be thinner, because it's a little thick. Some would say it's too thick. Okay, cool. There's probably an easier way to do this, but I don't care. Oop. Okay. Did my music end? Oh, my music ended. Damn it. I can't listen to audio machine. Try this. Hopefully this doesn't get me flagged for anything. Guess we'll find out if it pops up. mutes my string. I have an idea. I'll watch YouTube. Birds flying around everywhere. YouTube's really good about flagging you and then telling you live that it's muted your stream. Okay. So I'm just gonna get this to like a halfway point, which is like, I think right about here. And then delete those faces. I'm gonna do the same thing over here. I think that's right. Delete those faces. Let me look at this, make sure it's right. Where is it? It's up in the sky. It's definitely a little too thick. And doesn't... The hell did I match that to? Oh, shoot. I know what I did. Okay, that's okay. Not a big deal. That doesn't need to move anymore. That one's pretty solid. That one's good. That one's good. That one needs a little bit more support in that area. So I'll give that. That's good. That's good. This is gonna be way... I think, actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna delete those. What is that? Okay. Alright, so mesh tools, insert edge loop. We're gonna add a little bit of extra stuff here. And just round that out. This actually needs to rotate a bit. And that can kind of come in. And then same thing over here. We're going to do mesh tools, insert edge loop. Just add these little finer areas. That way we just don't lose a lot of information, and then I can correct some of this. Stop selecting the wrong thing. Okay. Nice. That's a good looking bracket. Alright. File. Safe scene. It's been a minute. Mesh. We're going to mirror that guy. That is going to be in the Z direction. I think. Yeah, that's the Z direction. It's gonna be positive though, I think. Yeah. No, it's negative. It just needs a ridiculous offset? Yeah, it just needs an offset. Alright, an offset of 10. 100? Apply? Why is it doing that? Oh, you know why? I think it's because I'm doing it to object. Why is that not working? Positive, apply. Negative, apply. That's doing some funky stuff. Caught 5 people in Power World. Nice. Welcome back, Kelsey. Why is this doing this way? Bounding box? Oh, there we go. That's better-ish. Okay, geoscape. It's Sometimes the mirror tool, I swear, it just doesn't want to work the way it's supposed to. And then people yell at me for not using it, but I'm like, but it's a pain in the ass to use. Like, I could just mirror it myself and do it my own way. You know, you're supposed to catch the pals, right? I saw they added some new pals, too. I actually really like the way that developer is, like, treating their game. Because they're not pissy that people are, like, not playing it right now. Because they know it's early access, and they know that they're gonna have issues. Okay, file, save scene. Mesh. Tools, insert edge loop. We're just gonna support this guy right now. Okay. Well, I haven't gotten warned by YouTube yet, so I assume this music mix is good. A little bit more depth. See, that's a nice funky shape. I like that. It adds to the realism. Control D. Move that up. I'm gonna put that up a little bit higher. That matches up super well. Hi. Jesus. Caught 41 pals, 31 different pals. Nice. Why are you wet? Okay. Yeah, they apparently added some like new darker pals and some more like dinosaur looking ones. At least from the video I saw today. I don't know how true it was. Alright, I'm done with that. Okay. So, why are you wet? Alright, so that's gonna work. I'm gonna put 1 point up there. All right. Modify. Focus. Vertex. Control vertex. I used to really actually like, I was like nervous to use this like type of workflow because I didn't really understand how it worked. But over the years, I've kind of found that it's a much nicer way to do things. Because like I always used to think to myself, oh no, I'll just make my, I'll use a cylinder to make my own pipes. Boy, that was a dumb idea. It always took way too long. They never looked good. And this way, I can actually make like really nice loops. So what we'll do is we'll go back to poly modeling. Boom, that is not right. Let's pull that down a bit. No. That's a good, I feel like that's a good one. Okay. Center pivot. Let's close this guy off. That's not what I wanted. Thankfully, this is a much smaller one. So really all I have to do is 3 of them. 4 of them? Oh boy. I have unevenness here. I mean, honestly, I don't really need to worry about that. I need to stop stressing. Mesh, fill hole. There we go. No need for it. Mesh tools, insert edge loop. We're gonna just support it. Support it. It's the only part of this that actually needs anything. View selected. We're gonna plop that back in there. And then we're just gonna adjust a little bit. Smell your boats from here. I need him to start animating again. I miss his work so much. Add a quote number. You guys trying to add the quote? It's an endless cycle of piss. Oh, that was when Chris was going nuts with the hammer in Halo. I remember that. I'm gonna have to do that again soon. Damn. Alright. I'm actually pretty happy with that. The piss hammer. Horses never lay perfectly anyway. Wait, horses? What horse? Horse? When did horse come into the situation? I'll hydrate with a Pepsi. Okay. We have this neat little piston here. Let me just add some details to this real quick. I'm really not going to do anything crazy here. Just a little indent. Not even much of one. Okay. Mesh tools. Insert edge loop. Went and rode my bike for the first time in, like, after winter today. And I remembered very quickly how hilly my neighborhood is. And I hate it. But it was a good ride. Aside from the internal suffering. Suffering. Ugh. I actually forgot that one existed, and it's even more jarring that it's on only one ear.
Put that cookie down!
Now! I added that one so when I really start like dieting, you guys can yell at me for eating stuff I'm not supposed to. Okay, cool. I dig it. I dig it. Okay. So we have that. That was a detour, for sure. But we'll keep adding to it. I do want this to be like a little vent. I think what I'm gonna do, I might just make that a texture, if we're being honest. I think I need to get a little bit less crazy with like all of the intimate details on this thing and actually focus on building it. Because I don't know if you guys saw the reels, but I went a little nuts back here. So there's a lot of detail in here that just like wasn't necessarily needed, but God, it looks so pretty from afar. Was it Jubilees? What quote is that? I just realized that I made that way bigger than it was supposed to. I mean, it's okay. It's not a huge deal. But it might be problematic in the future. I'm just adding these supporting edge loops now because I don't want to add them later. And I don't think this is going to affect my workflow too much. You can quote me on that one because it's probably going to. It's this process right here is why I'm going to develop carpal tunnel. Just watch. Alright, that's looking pretty cool. Pretty nice. Okay. How does this look actually? Oh yeah, that's pretty okay. I'm okay with that. Alright. So, more importantly now, how some of this fits together. It's not snack time, it's death time. That should be a t-shirt. That should for sure be a t-shirt. Mesh tools. Mesh, mirror. Please just work. Hey, thank you. So that's cool. It definitely is going to need some work. Copy this piston assembly over here. Alright. Edit. Group. Modify. Center pivot, Control D, negative Z, boom, and that should technically, in theory, just slot right in there, and it do. Oh, I didn't support that. Oops. Insert edge loop tool. That's fine. I don't need to do the inside. I'm not going to do it. Okay, cool. I love that. It looks great. Please just work. It's always a question on my mind with this stuff. Alright, so we're gonna work in kind of like a weird like assembly manner here. I'm actually gonna drop this down. What the hell was that? Oh, okay. And then I'm going to copy this up, Because technically this needs to fit in place. And as you can see, it is not fitting in place. That's probably as close as that's going to get. Yeah, you know what? Actually, that's not too bad. For sure need to drop that, though. Okay. That's all good. It's not bad, honestly. I'm kind of okay with that. And then what I need to do, which is gonna be... What? How did that happen? I cut that entire thing off. Whoa. How is that even... Okay, I don't know how that's happening. Wow. Maya's acting really weird, and I don't know why. Okay. Is that just one piece? Okay, that's just one piece. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pre-think about this because I'm gonna have to actually... Alright, so mesh tools. I'm gonna have to add an edge loop here. Which is fine because it's gonna allow me to do that. And then I'm gonna delete these just so I know where that needs to go. Because I'm gonna extend this. Delete that. And we're gonna go down and down. But not so far. Okay. Try to get that to like match up as best possible. Okay. And I don't really care if that like passes through that. It's not really going to be ever like it's never going to be noticeable if I'm being completely honest. Let's see. Cool. Check my phone real quick. Oh. What happened here? Cool. All right. Aside from my nose itching, let's move on. So, I need to figure out what it is I want to do with all this. I have a feeling this would make a nice like panel. So I think what I want to do is I'm going to continue with that geometry. And I'm going to pull this in. We're going to leave that there. Once again, I'm just going to cut this in half. And so the question is, I think what I'm going to, I think I'm going to allow it to just be an excess panel, like an outside one. So we'll leave that there. Just to add some nice detail. And then I want to add like and I don't see this being a problem. So what we're going to do is we're going to add an edge loop. We're going to scale it. And then we're going to do the same thing again. Just try to maintain.
What the hell is even that?
I don't even know what the hell that even is. Okay. That's fine. I just need these to like lift up a bit so this panel's not warping. I think this is... Yeah, it just looks funky. It looks funky because it is funky. Okay. Alright. So what I want to do... And this is going to be like a containment unit of like some sort of locking unit. This is the part that I just really love about this whole project, is like this area is completely unknown. I get to do whatever I want with this. There's really no like concept art to work off of here. So that's fun. Okay, so we have that. It's nice and in there. That's kind of like clipping. I don't like that.
Put that cookie down!
Now!
Now!
It's still one of my favorite movies. Okay. So then what we're going to do is we're going to create like a clamping mechanism that will basically push forward. Let me think about this. It would push forward. Part of it would decouple. And I guess the entire thing would rotate out of the way. Perhaps. I think that might be better if I take this and move it up. But that's kind of difficult to do. That is very difficult to do. There we go. That's better. I can just pull this up. Up, up, up. Okay, that's better. That way it has a way to like fold back. So now that that is kind of, for the most part, handled, we've got this issue down here. Mesh tools, insert edge loop, which I'm going to have to solve this way. I'm not a massive fan of doing that because it's really going to affect me down the road here. But I kind of need this to fit together. It's going to be the only way to actually do that. Okay. Cool. Perfect. BFR Mark, hello, how are you? This software looks interesting. This is Autodesk Maya if you've never seen it before. Today we're working on this guy. It's a portfolio piece of mine. How are you doing? It's good to see you. All right, so we've got that added in. I think well, see, this is like where it gets kind of like, I guess I'm gonna have to make that little piece that I'm talking about so far. All right, so let's make that now. We're totally just going to like eyeball this. It's either gonna work or it's gonna not. BFR Mark, how are you doing? Mesh tools, offset edge loop tool. So I'm thinking like I'm working in 3ds Max usually, but Maya looks similar. So they're both pretty similar-ish. I do think the modeling in Maya is a lot easier. I used to use 3ds Max. I used 3ds Max for like, I don't know, 3 years, 4 years. Until I switched over to Maya. Much prefer Maya, but 3ds is still a great application as well. How long have you been working in 3ds Max? Okay. I create like little locking pads. 5+ years, nice, very cool. So you're pretty familiar with it then. That's awesome. Do you do VFX work? Do you do game work? What kind of stuff are you into? Okay, so I want this guy right there. Pull this up to there. Pull those in. Those nice pads going. Architectural visualization. Nice. Okay, cool. Oop. I have a friend who does stuff like that. He uses what do you call it? Unity. And Rhino. That's cool. That's awesome. Is that like a professional thing for you, or is that just like a hobby for now? Why did we do that? What happened there? Oh, okay. All right, so that's going to be kind of the way that works. Thinking. Offset edge loop tool. We're just going to add some like divots and texture to this. Main job. Nice. Very cool. I would consider myself a hobbyist because I do not work in any industry, but I have been doing this for like way too long. And I could duplicate that and like split it and everything, but I'm not going to. I'm going to make that easier on myself. See, this is always the pain, because like this just never wants to work properly. But it's okay. That's pretty cool. Well, I'm glad you stopped by and introduced yourself. That's awesome. How did you, I'm curious how you found me. Always curious on that one. It's so hard on YouTube to find people, especially live streams. Why did I do that without, like, well... Alright, I'm gonna do it the annoying way. I'm doing too much here to, like, want to duplicate it. Nope. Okay. Switch tools. Insert edge loop tool. We're gonna just insert one there. And we're gonna offset from here. Cool. YouTube recommendations. Hell yeah, that's actually good to know. That's so rare. Well, I appreciate you clicking and stopping on by. Give you a little backstory on this project currently. We're working on a piece of concept art from Martin Deschambault. So we're working off of this guy right here. About 33 hours into this project so far. We've done quite a bit. Done a lot. And so trying to finalize this, finish it off, UV it, and then start getting it textured at some point here in the near future. But I have a problem with adding too much detail, and that's why I'm doing this right now. That, and if I have to work on edge loops on the body one more time, I'm gonna like die. So I'm just taking a break from that. That's cool though. I never really thought to use. I guess 3ds Max is kind of advertised for architectural viz, so. But I never actually thought to use it that way. I always thought it was either you choose it for animation or you choose it for like game design. Looks cool. Thank you. Appreciate it. Owl, you can never add too much detail. I for sure could. Kedzer, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. How are you doing? And I'm sorry for anyone watching on YouTube if you guys followed, my notifications for that one are not working. So if you did follow, I appreciate you. That was a Twitch notification. I think that was a Twitch notification. Yeah, because that was Stream Elements. Okay. Alright, so we're still good. We got all the quads. Q-Escape 3. So that's looking pretty awesome, but I don't like the way that looks. So we're going to add some support loops here. Support loop here. Go up here. Hello, I'm doing well. Thanks. How are you doing? I'm doing great. How did you find us tonight, Kedzer? I'm always curious. And BFR, or Mark, if I can just call you Mark. What got you started in architectural visualization? I'm curious. Was it something you wanted to do, or was it something that you just kind of found along the way? 3. Alright, so that locking joint is looking pretty awesome. So we're going to call that there. We're going to mirror it over. That's going to be... I'm going to save, actually. That's what I'm going to do. I got my mirror window here. I'm going to mirror in the X. Beautiful. Okay, 3. Awesome. It's simple, but I like it. And I didn't support that, so I need to add some supports. Yeah, I was kind of worried about this music mix, but it's actually not bad. And YouTube hasn't blocked me yet, so it's even better. Alright. So my thought process here is that's going to sit right here. So they'll kind of like pop in, close on the door, and lock it in place. And then when the door opens, they'll pop out, delatch, and then flip to the side so the door can still open down. Visualization is my strong passion. Hell yeah, that's awesome. I love that. Turn from a hobby into a job. That's kind of what I'm hoping to do now. I was actually against the idea for the longest time of working in this field, but I think if I work in information technology any longer, I'm gonna like lose it. So it's time for a change for me, but that's cool. That's awesome. I love hearing that people's hobbies turned into a career. No matter how you did it. Where's that? Why is that there? There it is. All right, so we're gonna add this extra piece here. This is gonna be the knuckle. I was looking for 3D artists around Twitch, considering I'm learning sub-D modeling right now. This is right down my alley. Well, welcome in. What program are you using? That's awesome. When I graduated college, I was not super into the idea of working out in the industry. The industry was kind of awful at the time, which not to say it's gotten any better, but I feel like I would be doing much better if I were doing something creative instead of working on computers. So I think that's why I'm pushing so hard this year. And it seems to be working. If you guys are following me on any of my socials, you'll see that there has been a lot of growth recently, and it's been wonderful. All right, so rotate that out. And then I think what I want to do is kind of create like a box here. And this is just gonna hide.
Stigma says you will take care
That
of
scared
us.
the crap out of me, Chris.
That sounds both. Wow. Oh my God,
Is that a shout out within a shout out?
Chris.
I need to, you know what? That was a shout out within a shout out. That's amazing. Yes. I'm glad that exists on my channel. I'm using Blender, but I like Maya as well. Nice. We love to hear that. I am currently doing some Blender stuff on YouTube and here. I couldn't bring myself to work on that donut this week after last week, so taking a little bit of a break from Blender because I have a hard time with it after it crashed on me like that. With a shout out within a shout out within a shout out within, it's like 8 minutes. Wow, it's insane. What do you think about AI in the future of 3D? So that's a good question. I've talked about AI on my YouTube a lot. Not a lot, a couple times. I don't think it's going to replace anything, to be honest with you. I don't think it has the capacity, at least yet. It may be able to in the future. I don't really know. I think we are going to... Who said it best? I was watching an interview with another artist, and I think he said it really well. I can't remember the name of the artist, but he said that as AI progresses and AI art starts to fill the internet, and we start seeing it every day, and it becomes more like ingrained in our daily lives, the value of traditional artists who can actually do the things that clients really need are going to go up. Like, the value for them is going to go up. So I really don't think it's going to affect too much. I still don't like AI art. I'm not a huge fan of it. I will use it in cases of like working with somebody to help them develop an idea that I'm creating for them out of 3D, but I won't use it to like say I created it. It doesn't make sense. So I don't think it's a huge threat for the future of 3D, but I am curious to see what they do with it. I can tell you right now that everything I've seen is horrendously unimpressive. Like, almost laughable. So. Oh, you're going through the donut initiation. Yeah, and it's funny because another one of my viewers on here, thank you for your answer. You're welcome, you're welcome. I have no problem, like, having real conversations about AI. It's when people get upset about my opinion on it, because I'm just an angry artist who doesn't like AI. If I were a girl, I'd take advantage of... Where did that come from? So yeah, Kedzera, I'm going through the donut initiation. It's so difficult. Like, it's not difficult. It's just like, I was probably about 5 hours into it, and then it crashed, and I didn't know about Blender's resume point. So I opened the old file and it overwrote the resume point. So I lost like an hour and a half worth of work. And it was a simple thing too. I was just trying to change to layout mode. And it just, it just died on me. So I haven't been able to revisit it since because I've been too mad. But then I found that I was working with Sharky, who's in here. I was working with him, and I was trying to show him how to model stuff, and I just found that if I do modeling just like adventurously and do it the way I used to do it, I actually don't mind the way Blender does it. So I have some pros and cons. Hey, been lurking for a bit. Thought I'd say that as a 3D art hobbyist, I always appreciate seeing other people's workflow. I love that. Thank you so much for lurking as well, Connor. If you have questions or anything like that, feel free to ask. I do not mind talking about my workflow. Let's see. Trying to figure out what I want to do here. Honestly, I think I might be overthinking this, and I don't really need to do that. So I'm just gonna leave this as like a basic shape. Insert edge loop. We're just gonna add our supporting edges in here. And that goes for everyone watching, even like my regulars. If you guys ever have a question or like want to understand why I did something, please feel free to ask. I am not only doing this to show like my workflow, but I'm doing this to show like, you know, I'm still learning just like everyone else. Even though I've been doing this for 15 years, I still don't know everything. And I want to make that clear. Nope. Connor, how long have you been using 3D apps, if you don't mind me asking? And which app do you use? I think I already did that one. I did. Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I just want to support that a little bit. Another supporting edge loop. Cool. All right. File, and we're going to save that guy. Oh. What do you mean by that? Like the way you used to? What do you mean? Like, you're talking about like the way I used to do things, or? You'll have to forgive me, Kezra. I literally just forgot what I was talking about, so that's a pretty common thing for me. If you wouldn't mind rephrasing that. Okay, so I'm actually going to steal a part from over here. This is what I like doing. Where's the part that I'm going to steal? It's right there. Come here. Control D. Been using Blender for over 10 years now. Did some 3ds Max for school and bounced off of Maya once or twice. Nice, nice. How are you liking Blender? Do you enjoy Blender? Do you want more with Blender? I'm always curious. I'm not the largest fan of Blender, but I'm also not somebody who's going to hate on it. Just because honestly, it's a fantastic option, especially for the fact that it's free. I wish Maya was free. But then Autodesk wouldn't make any money. Let's make that a little bit bigger. Oh, that wasn't even like... Okay, we're gonna pull that through. Just extend it a bit. That looks weird in that view. Cool. Alright, so we got that. That's cool. So what I'm going to do for now is I'm going to edit. I'm going to group this. Door. Claw. Center pivot. So we're going to pop it up here. And then we're going to move this down. We're going to rotate. So like I said, this is going to kind of grasp the door. If I modeled it correctly, which it doesn't look like I really kind of did. But... let's see. I think honestly, if I just rotate that slightly, it's going to have to kind of follow the contour of the door. So it may look a little funky. No, I'm okay with that, because then I could just create some sort of like weird little arm, or I can just technically rotate that a little bit, which is going to throw all of this off, which is super awesome. That's fine. That'll work. You said if you were to model adventurously that you wouldn't mind Blender's way of modeling, so I wonder... Oh, okay. Yeah. So I think the thing is that Blender, at least from the tutorials that I've seen, a lot of people really like focus heavily on using modifiers. And while I use modifiers like in Maya and stuff like that, I think the idea that you're going to start learning modeling by using modifiers is a little bit of like, I don't want to call it like cheating, but I want to call it like, it's like a, to me, it's a bad way of learning it. Because if you're talking about working with like an actual model and like actually going into the nitty gritty and adjusting edge loops and really making sure like all of your edge flows and everything are working, modifiers are just kind of gonna like give you a generic result. Even though they're highly customizable, you're still gonna get this weird generic result, so you're gonna have to repeat work. And so I'm having a hard time just dealing with that workflow, and I think it's because the donut tutorial is like so heavily modifier based, which I think is something I'm not a huge fan of. So I do want to try in the future a tutorial that isn't made by him necessarily, because I found when I've listened to a bunch of people who use Blender and talk about using Blender, they actually don't necessarily like his tutorial content. And so like my way of modeling is like, you know, traditionally like you create your object and you build off of it. You know, this was a cylinder, that was a box. And then I just kind of work with it. So that's kind of the way I handle my modeling. And to me, Blender's a little bit more clunky because it doesn't do that way. Let's see. The next question is, do I reuse this piston again? So I hope that answers your question, Kedzer. You know, the more I watch you work, the more I regret the project I talked to you about. Why? Don't regret it. Blender's the first program I learned, so I'm biased towards it. But there's things it does really well, others that are kind of weird. Mostly the tools it should have out of the box, but it doesn't. Yeah, well, and that's kind of the big thing that you deal with like community-driven projects like that. Not that there's anything wrong with it. I think it's awesome that Blender is so community-driven. You just, sometimes you don't get everything that you want, and you have to look for plugins and all that stuff. It comes down to really like what you said. You know, it's the first thing you learned. 3ds Max was the first thing I learned, and I hated it. I got pretty good at it. I used to compete in this thing called Skills USA, if any of you know what that is. It's a national competition that they do every year. And I lost every single time I competed at state with 3ds Max. But once I moved to Maya, the tool set just felt so much more natural. And I took first place that year. So for me, Maya's always been my go-to. But I've tried like Cinema 4D. What have I worked with? I tried Cinema 4D. I tried Houdini. I hated Houdini. Mudbox, ZBrush. I like both Mudbox and ZBrush. I just don't know how to use ZBrush very well. And then this, you know, Maya Rhinoceros, if you know what Rhinoceros is. Some of the easier shapes compared to the thing you pick, good lord. Well, I mean, Chris, the thing that you asked me to do is going to push my like limits, so I want that. I need to get better at organic modeling. So that's an important project still. Oh yeah, his tutorials are very beginner focused. I don't like using modifiers besides the useful ones that also exist in Maya. When it comes to tools, I prefer Maya's tools to a point, where I look for add-ons to make Blender work like Maya. You see, and I think that's where I got really frustrated too. Especially with his tutorial, is he shows you how to make it work like Maya, like using the industry subset of keystrokes. And so I set that up, and then I couldn't understand the tutorial. But I found I learned Blender better when I just sat down and messed around with it. And you know, it's not bad. It's really not bad. I do think the modeling is a little weird, and just like the selecting of faces. I hate how they move the, like, there's the little buttons up top to select faces and vertexes and lines. It's just I don't know. It's just clunky. It's clunky. But if people love it, they love it. That's awesome. Personally, I try to model without too many modifiers. I like to try to build topology manually. See, and that's the biggest thing for me. So I'll give you guys an example. This thing. The main piece of this ship. Let me see if I can pull up an image. Let's see. I've got some stills rendered here. Stills. I think I've got a wireframe. I do have a wireframe. So you see what it looks like now, right? Like if I smooth it, it's very, you know, the quads are there, everything's working nicely. There's a couple areas that still need work, but that's because I just haven't worked on this very much. It used to look like this. So like everything was super chunky. There were hundreds of lines running through this thing. And it's because I tried to mash a bunch of models together and just call it good because there was a block out that I was trying to turn into a physical model. I had to completely by hand retopologize this. But in the end, I think it worked out better because it just gave me better geometry to work with. So that's just, I just prefer it that way. I think modifiers are just too much. Headed to bed. Have a great rest of your stream, Cryptic. Also remember to save. I will always save. Kat, you have a wonderful night. Get some sleep. We'll see you tomorrow for the finals. But Connor, I can totally agree with you. Let me check something here. Let's see. I just wanted to make sure of something. Studio. Cool. All right. For the 2 people who followed during the live stream who are on YouTube, thank you so much. I appreciate you. There's no notification, unfortunately, for YouTube. I don't know why they don't fire. Sharky, I'll probably have to talk to you about that because my streamer bot doesn't want them to work. Pretty sure they were set up for... Oh, maybe they're not. Maybe I'm just stupid. I will fix that. Okay, so we got to think about how we're going to do this because, like, I want it to be like 2 piston heads. So I think I am going to repurpose this. The question is, or should I just... All right. This is where I'm torn. Some of mine broke, so you have to retest them. Of course. Of course. All right, here's what I'm going to do. We're just going to make this look kind of simple. And if I get a stick up my butt later, I will decide if I want to come back and do this. And judging by the way that's looking so far, I probably will. Show, isolate, view, select. We're going to quad this real quick. Oops. That should have been everything. It was. Oh, well, that's fun. Why is it doing that? Oh, that's why. I need to just add like quadded cylinders up here or something. Since I'm doing this constantly. That's what I try to do with my workflow normally, is I try to find things that I'm doing too many times at once. And then I will replace it with something that makes it easier. What do you mean no? What error was that? Message bridge must be... What? Maya cannot process the selected edges because they must be combined into a single mesh or what? Did I select something I wasn't supposed to? Oh, I see what I did. Ah, okay. Just add a division. Just make that closed. Of course you don't want to do it that way, that's fine. Now I'm going to learn Maya if I want to work in the industry, but I can't afford it except maybe under the student license. I really don't like the Mastem system footprint Maya has. I mean, it's not too bad. It's like, what, 14 gigs? Could be worse. I know Blender's pretty small. So that is a plus, and it launches very quickly. That is one thing I will always give Blender. It loads immediately, and Maya takes like a minute and a half. Are you currently a student? Because if you are currently a student, the license is free. I don't know if you knew that or not. It used to be you had to pay for it. All right, let's make this look funky. Obviously that needs to kind of like follow that for the most part. Don't necessarily love this, but it's gonna work. Now, let's delete that for now. It's just one of those little details, I guess. Mesh tools, insert edge loop. Alright, that's fine. Again, we're not going super crazy heavy with this right now. I'll probably decide that I want to redesign that later, but it's okay. This music mix is actually not bad. I was kind of worried it was going to suck. Alright. Okay. QQ3, that's fine. These are like, you're never going to see in there, so I'm not super stressed about it. I am going to reshape this though, because that's too big. Actually, between programs right now, did a 2-year certificate program and now looking for continuing at a university. So, if you still have your student license, I don't believe they actually verify them. So there's that. The other option is, I don't know if you knew, Autodesk now offers indie licensing. As long as you're not making more than, I think it's $100,000 a year, you can buy it. That's what I use. It is predominantly more or less expensive. And then, you know, when you make it big and you start making millions of dollars a year, you can upgrade to the Pro license, which costs way too much money. Okay. Sweet, yeah, so that'll do not what I want it to. I'm gonna have to add something. I'm gonna have to add something that allows it to rotate out of the way. I try to think in like a mechanical, like, thought process to ensure that like things work the way they should in the real world. And honestly, I could get away with using that again. Let me just change this. Okay. Nope. Hold on. I'm gonna cheat. 0. Oh no. I was going to cheat. But it didn't save the rotation. Maybe I can still cheat. Hold on. I might be able to like cheat this. If I can get it flat or straight enough, I can still work with it. I'm okay with that. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna desmooth that face. Pull that out a bit. Cool. Good to know. I'll probably check out the licensing. Yeah, so Maya Indie costs $300 a year. So it's not nearly as bad. It still sucks, like, don't get me wrong. But it's better than, you know, what is it, like $3,000 a year? I don't even know. How much does Maya cost now?
Fuck your life!
Bing bong. What's up, Jarky? $2,000 a year. Or $300 a month. Oh, Autodesk, what are you doing? Okay, I know I'm doing this kind of weird. Bear with me. Honestly, what am I doing? Don't bear with me, I'm being stupid. Delete. 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 Wow. Save scene. Always proactively save. I don't necessarily want to do this, but it's going to be the easiest way for me to do this and cheat this, so I'm going to do it. Is that still going flat? It is. Just trying to make sure it's veering off a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just cut this thing in half so I don't have to go all the way across. And then we're going to merge these. It's probably not the best way to do it, but it's the way I'm doing it. Should have some sort of hole there. Yes. Maybe. Got some funkiness going on. I need to figure out why there's funkiness going on. Is it funky? It is funky. Why is it funky? Oh shoot, I didn't think about that. Gee. No, it's just weird. I merged something I wasn't supposed to merge? I bet you it did. Unless that didn't merge. It didn't. I don't think. Oh, wait a minute. Weird. It did merge, but it's just, the topology is kind of weird. Why is the topology weird? 3. It's like there's an extra something there. 3. It's that face. Is that face unnecessary? No, that face is just not supported. Oh, shoot. Mesh tools. Insert edge tool. That's why. Alright, perfect. I hate stamina bars. Why? I do have a craft question. Where/how did you develop your visual library for modeling? I'm terrible at modeling stuff from imagination. That's a good question. I'm actually, I don't know. I think I'm bad at it. But I just kind of try to think of something in a technical way. And a lot of the time, like I'll look up reference. So for instance, like this one, I'm working off this concept art piece. But that has its limits because none of this exists. Like I had to go through and just design all of this myself. So when it comes to stuff like that, what I tend to do is I look at old models from like Star Wars or Starship Troopers, like any of those old like sci-fi movies where they used like physical models, because those guys were so good at like kit bashing things together and making sure that things looked realistically grounded when really it was just a bunch of plastic thrown together. But I try to look at stuff like that and then see what they did and then see how I could take what they did and kind of redo it myself. I had a really good example. Let me see. I think it's still on my desktop. It is, yeah. So the Millennium Falcon, right? Like you look at this model, and this is the original one that was used in like the sequels, technically, even though they were before the prequels. But you look at like all this detailing stuff. So I saw these vents here. That is what inspired. Oh my god, let me grab this. That's what inspired these. So I try to just kind of take what somebody else has done and redo it in a way that's going to fit my build. Plus, if you look at a lot of spaceships, they have like these weird afterburner things. Really, it's just about looking at like what older model makers did, or even what current model makers did, because I'm not the best at looking at something and saying, this is what I want it to look like, because I have plenty of examples of that, and they don't look great. And I can show you here. If you guys all want to see some of my old artwork. Old art. View, extra large icons. So this is my old art folder. So like this was a project I tried to do like on my own. And it's just blocky, it's gross. I think I did this in like, I don't know, 2015. I had to download all these from Facebook because I deleted them. I'm trying to find something a little bit more recent. This was a pretty recent one. Recent as in like 5 years ago. But I started trying to develop like different ways of doing things. But my thing has always been just to add boxes and boxes and boxes and different like extensions and like edge loops, and that's just not the way to do it. Like it adds a lot of detail and it looks kind of neat, but like you look at it and it's a mess. So it's something I've kind of developed over time, but it's also something I still use a lot of reference for, just because you never really, like, at least for me, I never really have like the exact vision of what I want to do. But I'm getting better at it. I will say that. Okay. Oh, why you do that? I just want to flatten this. One. Ooh, that's slightly not level. Okay. Perfect. Let's see. Owl, why do you hate stamina bars? Nope. Almost made the same mistake. Okay. Let's do this. Just gonna select that, deselect that, deselect all of this. Don't need all of this. Definitely don't need that. Oh, where am I? There I am. This model's getting to the point where I can't actually find where I'm working, which isn't the best thing in the world. Do you have resource recommendations for more in-depth modeling / topology stuff? I need to build my mental topology library. 80% of the tutorials I use are cubes or flat surfaces. So that is something I actually have a problem with, like I struggle with. Topology is something I never focused on, so it's something I'm doing now. I found the best tutorials that I've actually been like using faithfully are the ones by JL Musi. JL Musi? Let's see. JL Musi. His YouTube's pretty good. I'm going to be adding stuff like that to my YouTube as well as I figure it out more and I get more comfortable, but this guy's content is pretty good if that's what you're looking for. It is Maya based. He's also, I think, doing a Blender series right now, is he? Yeah, he's doing a Blender thing. But he's very good at topology. I would say it's like the only thing he does because like it's kind of all he talks about, but he's a good resource for that. I don't have any tutorials on topology yet just because like I'm not comfortable enough talking on the subject. Although my next tutorial that's going to start next week, which Instagram voted on and picked the fan, there's going to be some topology workflows in that one, so it'll be a little bit more simple. I think the tutorial I'm running right now with the ODST pistol is a little bit advanced for some people, so I'm going to dial it back, and hopefully that helps people who are just starting out with it, because it's confusing. Like, topology is a pain. Okay. Realizing that might not work the way I want it to, but you know what? We just try it. So I'm gonna move these guys up. To the point where they're just barely sticking out. And then this should be, that needs to be reinforced badly. Mesh tools, insert edge sleeve. Oh, no. I'd say my weakest point, or like my weakest skill sets right now, are UV mapping and topology. But I'm focusing pretty heavily on topology, so I'm getting much better at it. I don't mind watching Maya. It's easier to transfer, but thanks, I'll look into it. But yeah, I was trying plasticity and did a model from a concept in Midway. Decided to redo it with sub-D and learn it since CAD software never really exports decent topology. Oh yeah, CAD software is not the way to go for that for sure. JL Moosey's pretty good. I do find him kind of annoying just because he's like so like hyper, but his content's very good. And this is way too large. What if I make this look really dumb? See, you can't even tell that's what that original part was. It's fine. Yeah, nope, that doesn't look great. Okay. What I'm gonna do here is try to get this to let me do what I want to do. I'm gonna kind of ignore the fact that I totally left that hollow. It'll be our little secret. Okay. Hold on. It's gonna make me select all of it. Diggy. Enough. That should be enough. Okay, that's fine. And then I will just... I'm gonna say this right now. Don't do this way. This is not the right way to do this. I did not pre-plan. I'm gonna be fully honest with you guys, because this was kind of an afterthought here. I want that to be, that should be fine. I do need this to move out though. That's also like inside of this. So it needs to not be that way. Actually, that's probably by doing that. If I just kind of adjust that and then pull it out. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Cool. Much better. These are probably a little too large. No, they're perfect. Okay, so now technically that works. In theory. It doesn't look amazing, but I will fix it. I know, Sharky, I gotta fix that. I'm sorry. Alright, I'm curious because I'm in the early stages of developing a 3D animated sci-fi movie, and all my concepts seem to turn out badly, but by my expectation at least. I can tell you that Siri has activated on my phone for some reason. I can tell you that your concepts probably aren't as bad as you think they are. That's an artist thing. That's something I struggle with. I always think they look like crap, but then everyone else is like, oh my god, that's amazing. So don't be so hard on yourself. I do find that a really good way, if you can this is one of those things where I'm going to say, if you can handle it, because there are some people who can't like really handle the criticism, post your ideas to Reddit in the Maya subreddit. A lot of people there will give you some good ideas, and they'll actually help you with a lot of things. So that's one way you can do it if you're working off of like your original concepts. That is a way to do it. You can get very toxic responses, so you have to have a thick skin for it. And then the other thing you can do is what I did. I reached out to this concept artist. He's been amazing. Martin Deschambault. He let me use his concept for this project. I can't use it for anything commercially, but he's allowing me to, use it on social media, and this is a portfolio piece for me on ArtStation, so. Okay. All right, I'm finally liking this. So now that'll just completely break off and flap out of the way. And then probably still like intersect with it, but I'm not going to stress about it right now because I'm tired of stressing about it. Okay. So then, what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete that. We're going to move this guy back up. Wait a minute. Don't delete that yet. This needs to be positioned properly because it's not currently. So technically that needs to sit right there. And then I'm going to rotate this guy. Edit, group, modify, center pivot. I'm going to rotate this guy. That should be enough, at least to allow me to work on it for now. All right, now we'll delete that. That stuff is all in the way. That'll be flipped off to the side technically. We're gonna do mesh, mirror across the Z direction, apply. Nope, it's gonna be negative. That's not right. Ooh, what happened? Oh God. At what point do you, awesome. That's not cool. It's fine. This is, again, the issue with modifiers. Vertex, it's fine. I'll just readjust it real quick. It's not a big deal. Should be, yeah, that's right. Cool. I mean, that's pretty good. These obviously need to be extended up, and then they're going to have sort of rail systems that they drop down on, but I'm going to select all of that. Edit, group, modify, center pivot. Control D, negative on the Z side. Let's just fit that in there the way that's supposed to go. I think that's right. Hopefully that's right. Should be right. Okay, so that's what we accomplished with 3 hours. Good God. It's already been 3 hours. Jesus. Okay. Well, guys, you know what that means. I'm going to save this. I'm going to switch over. Alright. Everybody who has been watching tonight and talking and hanging out, I appreciate you so much. Owl, I just saw your response. I'm sorry you find them annoying because they run out. That's kind of the point though, isn't it? Everybody who joined in on YouTube, this is really cool. This is the first time I've had so many people jump in on YouTube, so that's awesome. I hope to see you guys in the future, and I hope more people find us in the future. So that's really cool. I'll be back tomorrow. If you don't know, I don't stream gaming content to YouTube anymore. I stream it exclusively on Twitch. Tomorrow I'm playing the finals with the Chaotic Seekers. I am half tempted to, because I missed this Monday. I'm probably going to do an art stream on Friday. It may not be like a 3-hour long one, but I'm thinking I might do another one. Other than that, keep up with me on socials, exclamation point socials. They're in all of my descriptions and everything like that. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, whatever. And yeah, so let's find somebody to raid here. YouTube, we don't raid out on YouTube because they don't have it. So this is kind of where I leave you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys hopefully on Friday. I should have a better idea if I'm streaming on Friday later. You can also join my Discord if you want to. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next stream.